Okay, folks, let this get party started. Good evening, morning. Welcome to the Factor, and happy belated New Year.
Thank you for having me.
Good. It's been a long time.
I know.
Aye. Martin, you and I have been texting 24 hours ago, and I just realized, the Donald Trump's presidential speech on his first year this is his first year doing his State of the Union and the Democratic response. I want to ask you a question. How do you feel about his speech?
President Trump's speech?
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope it's optimistic. I hope, because it's been a year with some divisive comments by him, and most importantly, Twitter. I think the speech tonight, last night, hopefully will bring people together, bring Democrats and Republicans together. I hope the State of the Union will really bring Americans first.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm hoping for. Hoping for optimistic by this speech.
Okay. Do you think it's good, bad, or is none of the above?
I really can't tell, because every time he wants to get a bipartisan deal the one day, and then the next day he sort of rejects it and makes his own plan. Look, by example, for immigration. His immigration plan is being knocked down by liberals and conservatives.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't want to get along with the Senate's bipartisan DACA deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to have to change it.
Hopefully.
To change his mind.
Yes. Hopefully. You know, there's a little controversy. There's African American protest sitting down, and one guy is getting ready to walk out.
Yeah, because they just really can't stand it.
Yeah. So this is a completely awkward speech. I watch it. They said they're talking about Obamacare. Last night, he shouldn't pronounce Obamacare incorrectly. And he said Obamacare with a P.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah, you heard that, right? Obama.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know why he can't pronounce the OD speech whatsoever. Okay, Mar, let's talk about this issue right now. Now, we have so many the immigration right now. So, how do you feel about immigration? What President Trump said?
He wants to work with Democrats and Republicans, but I'm not too sure about it, because once he gets in a room, he wants to talk nonsense. And as a president, you really have to get serious. You're the leader of the free world, and I'm afraid he's not taking it seriously as president.
Mm-hmm.
But look, there's a bipartisan DACA deal in the Senate. In the House of Representatives, there's a bipartisan problem solvers caucus. They released their immigration reform plan.
Yes.
So I just hope that two houses will come together for getting immigration done. They got to do it before March 5th.
Yes. And he wants a $1 trillion for infrastructure package. Infrastructure package. What is that for? For new
roads, new
roadways,
projects,
buildings.
Bridges and roads.
Yeah, give me a break. It's not going to happen.
I think there's that's an area that Democrats and Republicans can make a deal.
Yeah, that's a good one. And even the NAFTA.
NAFTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, NAFTA. Right now they're discussing changes by NAFTA, but I just don't see that happening this year.
Oh, not that it's like a gun company, right? I'm correct.
Hmm?
It's a gun organization.
No. The North American Free Trade Agreement.
Oh no, yes. I believe it's not. Yes. We definitely.
Which was first made by former President George H.W. Bush back in the early 90s, and then it was voted upon by the Clinton administration and the Republican-led Congress back in the mid-1990s.
Yes. Yeah, we definitely need to talking about that. Now, I know some Democrats are very disappointed about Trump's speech. They really don't like his idea, but the question is, what happens next?
Well, what happens next is what happens next is they're gonna have to see, because next week they got a government funding bill, which that means we could be in a showdown once again by the time it gets in next Thursday or next Friday.
Another government shutdown?
It's a possibility.
Oh, for the love of God, here we go again.
So, right now, unfortunately, congressional leaders can't agree on a long-term budget. And that's gotten Defense Secretary James Mattis saying they just can't continue operating continuing resolutions, or CR, because it's going to hurt the military. And it's true. It's definitely going to hurt the Army and the Navy and the Air Force and the Marines, because they don't have enough money to operate.
Yes, sir.
So, unfortunately, the CRs are going to have to be back open again next week.
All right, Mario, I want to show you something. Do you watch the one of the clips of CNN of Fact and Fiction?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. So, do you watch the one of the reality check last night?
I didn't get a chance to.
All right, I want you to listen to this. This is a very important when they're going to review of the speech. Listen to this.
The president made some huge claims about what he's done for jobs.
Since the election, we have created 2.4 million new jobs, including 200,000 new jobs in manufacturing alone. African American unemployment stands at the lowest rate ever recorded.
And of course, the recovery started under Barack Obama, but it has continued under President Trump. He has his numbers right, and while African American unemployment is much higher than white unemployment, it's still at a record low. All of those claims are absolutely true. He also had this to say about taxes.
We enacted the biggest tax cuts and reforms in American history.
You recall the Republicans passed their big tax plan late last year. It did have some whopping raw numbers in it, but as a percentage of the U.S. economy, of the GDP, as you can see, several presidents have had bigger tax cuts. That claim is false. What did the president have to say about one of his favorite topics, immigrants?
Under the current broken system, a single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives.
If you become a U.S. citizen or a legal resident, yeah, you can probably bring in your spouse and your children, but aunts and uncles and parents and grown children, that's a lot harder. It is not the free-for-all that he is suggesting. That claim is false. And what did he have to say about the great long battle with ISIS?
I am proud to report that the coalition to defeat ISIS has liberated very close to 100% of the territory just recently held by these killers in Iraq and in Syria and in other locations as well.
Again, it started under Barack Obama, but the military says President Trump has really helped them energize this fight. All the green in there, that's territory that ISIS has lost, and you can see the raw numbers over here, so yeah, that claim is true. He said a few other things we should mention, for example, that he implied terrorists exploited the U.S. immigration system for some recent attacks in New York, but authorities say the suspects there were radicalized after they got here, so that's true, but misleading. He said a Chrysler plant was moving back from Mexico to Michigan. Some production is coming back, but the plant is remaining in Mexico as well, so that's false. And he said he's appointed more circuit judges than any other president at this point. That is true. We checked out a whole lot more. You can check check it out. Go.
All right, Martin, what do you think about this reality check?
The economy is true. It's growing under his watch. African Americans are getting more jobs, but that started under the Obama administration, and it continued during the Trump administration. The problem is that African Americans of color are not getting high-tech jobs. That's a big problem. Now he wants vocal training, which got, amazing enough, both Democrats and Republicans applause last night. So that we agree. Now on taxes, that big tax cut Trump enacted in Congress, quite frankly, unfortunately, I don't agree with that tax cut. I think it was rushed. It was rushed by Republicans in Congress. They should have taken their time. They should have done during the Reagan administration, where they took almost a year. They got it right during the Reagan administration, but they did not get it right under Trump. For Trump, as I don't trust what he did on the Trump tax cut, but AT&T just got a big check for their employees and all that stuff, and yeah, that was just voted on quickly and terrible, and it was still hurt the middle class here in New York and across the country.
Now that's a big problem for all of us. This is not how Make America Great Again really works. The problem is that Donald Trump needs a very special plan. He needs to get the book, a black and white composition notebook with a number 2 pencil, and he needs to write down his own thoughts, what kind of plan really it is. Now his first year become a total disaster, Martin, okay? Now the second year is just still the beginning. But just want to let you know, he's entrapped because Robert Mueller is coming to town.
He's coming. And by the way, this is not Christmas, okay? So cut it out.
Cute.
Cut it out, Steven. Cut it out. This is a serious show.
Dude, this is my show. I could do everything I want to.
Okay, well, this is not Christmas, okay?
Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, boy. Move on. Alright, move on, please.
Okay, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, so, you know Mueller is coming, right?
He's inches away from the White House. He wants an interview by President Trump.
Alright, we have to, alright, this is the Americans what we're looking for. This is the moment we'll all be waiting for, though. You know? Yes. So what do you think is going to happen about the Russiagate scandal? Come on, Maureen. I know you in there.
Oh, did you ask a question?
Yes, I asked you a question. I said, what do you think is going to happen when Robert Mueller is going to make it to the White House, right? Interview him.
Oh, he has to interview. Man. President Trump has to interview Robert Mueller.
And do you think will be coming right for the next this February? Right after
it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen. All right. Shoot, it could really happen. Now let's do a little bit of body language. Now, how's Mike Pence doing?
He's alright.
Do you see his face? You know, his face is not very happy since last night. What do you think does that mean for you?
I don't know. I really can't tell.
I don't know what's going on with Paul Ryan. He's still very happy somehow. Shaking his head, yes. Shaking his head, nodding, all kind of stuff. You know, Martin, I know you've been hiding. You need to speak up because What happened to you? You don't want to say something to me?
No, Mr. Steve, I mean, it's great to be on the show, and I'm sorry for the viewers, but,
Yeah.
it feels like I'm the only one on the show. You can't even bring guests, other guests to the show.
Oh my God, here we go again with the stupid guests. Let's move it on. I already found some guests already, like a couple of weeks ago, and I'm done.
Stephen Gomez does not want to bring other guests to the show. It's only have to be me.
No, it's
me.
Martin. It's not that true. It's not that true. If you
It's true.
no. If you think it's the fake news, it's not the fake news. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth right now. I already found some guests. If you're looking for the YouTube videos, you see all my different guests. You can find out. You can find out. You can find out. You can find out.
Are you finished? You have not one guest. And over the past
who you think you are? Who you think you are? You think like Megan Kelly? Or are you making Kelly? Or are you making Or you look like I'm Megan Kelly? This is a Steven Factor, man. This is Steven Factor, not Fox News. Not Fox News. Not Fox News. Not Fox News.
Okay, you're
not Fox News. Not Fox News. Not Fox News. This is not Fox News.
Okay.
Okay.
You're gonna cut yourself out.
You need to cut yourself out, Giants boy.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, who you got in the Super Bowl?
I'm going for the Eagles.
Okay, good boy.
All right. Trying to support my neighbors from Philadelphia.
Yeah, only one time only, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. But we're not talking about that at this time. All right. Now, let's talking about the Democrat response.
I gave you a little bit of a drama, just to let you know.
What you say? What you say?
I gave you a little drama for those folks.
Yes,
they needed some drama.
I know. We need drama for that because thank God it's not Maury Povich show anyway. And Marty, you're not the father of Donald.
First of all, you don't bring guests to this show.
I got guests on the phone. Some of them were listening, some of them were far, and some of them were close, like you and Mark.
You're not answering my question.
Well, what's your question?
My question is, why am I the only guest?
Because you're my correspondent. You're my correspondent, and you're my best friend.
Move on.
Thank you. Now let's do the Democratic response, weenie. Anyways, Joseph Kennedy III. He's a U.S. congressman in Minnesota. Am I correct? Massachusetts. Sorry about that, Massachusetts. Now let me tell you something. Last night he nailed the speech, but also he had a little drool right beside his lip.
Yeah, I think he was sweating.
Yeah, because last night, he can't take this anymore. He nailed it on the spot. He's the only young man who wants to make a nation great. Now, just want to let you know, he decided to follow his grandfather's footsteps, especially JFK's footsteps. And forgive me if I'm wrong, Martin. Joseph Kennedy III is related to the uncle of JFK. I'm correct?
She's the cousin of former President JFK.
Yeah, he's a former cousin of President JFK. Yes. So which means Joseph and John were cousins, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many Kennedy generations. But let me tell you something. Last night, he nailed it. His speech is phenomenal. He make his own positive thinking that what believes of Donald Trump is not true. We want Democrats and Republicans trying to fight together. But no, let Republicans trying to take over the power. But it's not going to work. The integration is not going to work. The middle class family is not going to work. And we're all suffering. Now,
I would like to see him run in 2020, but I don't know about that.
Well, he needs to make his own decision himself, too. I already gave him a tweet last night. I already gave him a tweet last night. And I was trying to say thank him, and maybe someday he might run it for it in 2020. What do you think about his speech anyway?
Yeah, we'll see what happens in 2020. I would like to see him run, though.
We'll see. But what do you think about his speech, though?
I think he nailed it on the spot.
Oh, I'm sorry?
He nailed it on the spot.
Yes. He really did nail it on the spot. And also have faith, too. That's the most important. And even he's speaking Spanish, too. So he nailed it perfectly.
Yeah.
He nailed it completely perfectly. Oh, boy. Now, it's, I think I really don't know how to say this. But, Martin, what are your final thoughts about the State of the Union?
Repeat that again?
What are your final thoughts of the State of the Union?
I hope he's optimistic about his speech, but I doubt that.
So you think the speech is not enough, correct?
Not enough, unfortunately.
Okay. I think Donald Trump is still the Donald. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Anyways, Martin, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Good, and good night.
Bye.
Loser. And thank you for watching The Steven Factor. See you next time, folks. Todo para la familia.